The 1990s gave us some of the most beloved television of all time, friends. The X-Files, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Seinfeld dominated our screens. But while some shows became cultural juggernauts, others simply disappeared. In this countdown, we're diving deep into the vaults to uncover 10 forgotten 90s TV shows that mysteriously vanished. Grab a Surge soda, adjust your rabbit ear antenna, and let's rewind to some of the weirdest, most fascinating shows the 90s tried to give us. 1. The Hat Squad, 1992. Imagine a crime-fighting trio of brothers adopted by a cop, all wearing 1940s-style fedoras and trench coats, but set in the 1990s. That's the Hat Squad. This short-lived CBS drama combined noir aesthetics with modern policing as three muscle-bound guys drove around in a classic car, solving crimes and looking like extras from a Bogart film. It was stylish, serious, and just a little bit surreal. Despite having decent production values and a unique concept, the Hat Squad didn't last long. Viewers couldn't quite figure out if it was satire, drama, or homage. It ran for only 13 episodes, with several unaired. Today, it's more of a trivia answer than a fan favorite. But for those who caught it, it left an impression, if only for the hats. 2. Whoops, 1992. A sitcom about nuclear apocalypse. Yes, a sitcom about the end of the world. Whoops was Fox's attempt to turn a nuclear holocaust into a punchline. After a worldwide catastrophe wipes out civilization, 6 quirky survivors must rebuild society from a farmhouse. The cast included a feminist schoolteacher, a simple-minded farmer, a cynical black doctor, and an ex-yuppie, each meant to represent exaggerated archetypes of humanity. Unfortunately, Whoops was too bizarre for its own good. Audiences didn't know whether to laugh or cringe. Critics panned it, and it was canceled after just 10 episodes. In the era of grim post-apocalyptic dramas, Whoops stands out as a nuclear-era sitcom misfire worth remembering. 3. MANTIS, 1994. Before Black Panther or Luke Cage, there was Dr. Miles Hawkins, a brilliant African-American scientist who becomes a crime-fighting superhero using an exosuit and high-tech gadgets. Paralyzed from the waist down, he uses his invention to stand, walk, and take down criminals. The show was called MANTIS, Mechanically Augmented Neurotransmitter Interception System, and it was unlike anything on TV at the time. Despite being ahead of its time with its diverse lead and cyberpunk themes, MANTIS couldn't hold its audience and was canceled after 1 season. Still, it remains a fascinating case of what could have been a serious superhero drama with real-world stakes. 4. The Secret Diary of Desmond Pfeiffer, 1998. The Secret Diary of Desmond Pfeiffer was a UPN sitcom about a black British nobleman serving as Abraham Lincoln's valet during the Civil War. Meant to satirize political scandals like the Clinton-Lewinsky affair through the lens of 19th century politics, the show sparked immediate outrage for seemingly trivializing slavery. Civil rights groups protested even before the pilot aired. In truth, the show had little to do with slavery, but the damage was done. Only 4 episodes aired before it was yanked. While some defend it as a misunderstood satire, most agree it was a misfire of tone and timing. 5. Space Rangers, 1993. A gritty sci-fi action show with a space western vibe. Space Rangers followed an elite team of law enforcers in the year 2004, patrolling the galaxy's wild frontier from Fort Hope on the planet Avalon. Think Star Trek meets Walker, Texas Ranger. It had aliens, laser battles, space bikers, corrupt colonies, and a healthy dose of one-liners. The world building was impressive, and the show tackled deeper themes like colonization and rebellion, all within a fast-paced action framework. But CBS gave it little promotion and aired it during a terrible time slot. Only 6 episodes were made, and most fans barely knew it existed. Still, it found some life in reruns and VHS, and a tiny cult following has kept its memory alive. 6. Brimstone, 1998. A Cop from Hell. Brimstone was one of the darkest, most stylish shows of the 90s, and one of the most overlooked. The series follows Ezekiel Stone, a dead NYPD detective sent back from hell by the devil himself to track down 113 souls who escaped back to Earth. Each escaped soul was a villain in life, and now wreaks havoc in the world of the living. John Glover's portrayal of the devil stole every scene, charming, menacing, and sarcastic. Despite critical praise and a devoted cult following, Brimstone aired only 13 episodes before Fox canceled it. Many blame its Friday night death slot and inconsistent scheduling. It was never given a fair shot, and its unique concept faded into the shadows. 7. VR.5, 1995. Hacking into the subconscious. Long before The Matrix, there was VR.5, a high-concept sci-fi thriller that blended virtual reality with espionage. Laurie Singer starred as Sydney Bloom, a computer hacker who discovers she can enter people's subconscious minds through a strange blend of VR tech and telephone lines. Yes, dial-up dream hacking. The show had a cinematic look and a mysterious tone. As Sydney is recruited by a shadowy organization, she navigates both psychological landscapes and real-world conspiracies. VR.5 was ambitious, maybe too ambitious. The mythology got dense quickly, and casual viewers were left behind. Fox, unsure how to market it, aired the episodes out of order and eventually canceled the show before the first season fully aired. 8. The Adventures of Briscoe County, Jr., 1993. What happens when you combine cowboys, steampunk gadgets, supernatural elements, and Bruce Campbell's chin? You get The Adventures of Briscoe County, Jr., a tongue-in-cheek western set in the late 1800s where bounty hunter Briscoe is searching for his father's killer and stumbling into bizarre adventures along the way. Created by Carlton Cuse, who later co-created Lost, the show was a genre blender ahead of its time. Briscoe dealt with futuristic inventions, a glowing alien orb, and even time travel, all while cracking jokes and shooting bandits. Despite solid ratings and a devoted fan base, Fox didn't renew it after one season. Executives couldn't figure out how to sell it. Was it a western, a comedy, science fiction? The result? Cancellation. 9. Now and Again, 1999. Now and Again was equal parts sci-fi thriller and emotional drama. It followed Michael Wiseman, a mild-mannered insurance salesman who dies, only to have his brain implanted in a genetically perfect body created by the government. The twist? He can never contact his old family again. As Michael adjusts to life as a superhuman secret agent, he also struggles with grief, identity, and his yearning for his wife and daughter. The show balanced action-packed missions with poignant domestic longing, giving it an emotional weight rare in genre TV. Critics praised it, and fans connected with its themes. But CBS shuffled its time slot, and the show's expensive budget didn't help. After one season and a cliffhanger ending, it was gone. 10. My Guide to Becoming a Rock Star, 2002, pilot produced in late 90s. Though it technically aired in 2002, My Guide to Becoming a Rock Star had its roots in a British show from the late 90s and featured a distinctly 90s vibe. It followed the misadventures of Jace Darnell, a small-town guy trying to make it big with his struggling band. Each episode was framed like a guidebook, filled with sarcastic narration and mockumentary-style asides. The show parodied record label politics, fame-hungry managers, and the absurdities of the music industry. It had style, wit, and promise, but not the ratings. WB canceled it after 5 episodes. Still, it captured that late 90s Gen X disillusionment with humor and heart. So there you have it. 10 ambitious, bizarre, and brilliant shows from the 1990s that mysteriously vanished. Some were too weird, some were too smart, others just didn't have the right network support. But all of them had something unique to offer, and they deserve more than a forgotten footnote in TV history. Which of these shows do you remember? Did we miss one of your favorites? Let us know in the comments, because nostalgia is best when shared. Subscribe to Rewind Zone for your weekly fix of retro TV madness. Like this video if it made you say, "Wait, I remember that." Tap the bell so you never miss a journey back in time.